I'm Paul.
And I'm Aubrey.
And this week on Library Beat, we're going to talk all about pets. We're going to talk about our pets, our coworkers' pets, and what you, listening pet owners, can do to help your pets with some of the services that we offer here at the library. So, Aubrey, I know you have a German Shepherd named Riley.
I do. She's very spunky and very stubborn. I think that's common with German Shepherds because she'll turn her ears towards me when I'm talking to her, but I know she's not listening.
Well, and she's very cute. I've seen pictures. Do you have any other pets?
No, I have only had Riley, but when I was younger, I did have a guinea pig, and his name was Covington.
That's a really cool name for a guinea pig. Reminds me of Paddington.
That is not where it came from, but I'm glad it makes you think of that.
I have a cat. He's 8 years old, and his name is Bear, and we think he's at least half Maine Coon because he's very large. He weighs 23 pounds.
That's a fat cat you got there.
He's not fat. It's all muscle.
It's all muscle.
But he has a ravenous appetite, I'll put it that way.
Okay, so it makes me think it's not all muscle.
Maybe not.
So I have a dog, and you have a cat. Does that make you a cat person or a dog person?
I think I would say I'm a cat person if I had to choose. I appreciate dogs. I like other people's dogs, but I don't know if I would want a dog, at least not at this point in my life. Maybe someday in the future. They're just a lot of energy and a lot to keep up with, and cats aren't as high maintenance.
Yeah, that's true. I would say Riley is definitely really high maintenance. She requires a lot of attention, and we have to take her out, and we have to do a lot of things just so that she stays well behaved and calm.
That makes sense. I will say I have allergies to both cats and dogs. I think I've grown a tolerance to my cat just because I'm used to being around him. But whenever I'm around other people's cats, my eyes start flowing, my nose starts running.
I'm the same way. I used to be really allergic to Riley, and over time I just kind of got used to her. But if I'm around other dogs that I'm not used to being around, or cats even, it's over for me. I gotta go home and take some Benadryl and take a nap. Speaking of cats and dogs, I was thinking about how we have our Spay and Neuter vouchers here at the library you can get for your cat or your dog. The only requirement is that you are a Garland County resident and you have proof of your address here in Garland County. So all you have to do is bring up your ID or any form of verification for your Garland County address, and you can get a free Spay or Neuter voucher here at the library.
Yes, and that's been a very well-utilized service. I think we talked about it a month or two ago on a previous podcast episode briefly, but that service has been in high demand. We keep having to replenish our vouchers because we're running out because they're so well used. So we are glad that people are being responsible pet owners and spaying and neutering their cats and dogs.
Yeah, and we collaborated with the Garland County Sheriff's Department on getting the vouchers, and they have been really, really great about providing us with those and keeping us in stock. So we're really grateful to them.
Yes, and I'm happy that we're able to provide another convenient location for people to pick those up in addition to the Sheriff's Department.
Yes, absolutely.
So recently we had a really cool program. We had an adoption day targeted at seniors, and some dogs were brought from the Garland County Humane Society, and a couple of them found new homes. Not all of the dogs that were in attendance were seniors themselves, but they were good fits personality-wise for seniors. And even the people who came and didn't end up adopting a dog, I think they got a lot of enjoyment out of it because just being around animals can put people in better spirits, I feel like.
Absolutely. And Animal Services also came out that day, and they were offering $20 microchip services here at the library, and they also brought puppies, so we got to cuddle some puppies that day, and it was so nice.
So definitely check out our friends over at the Humane Society and Animal Services if you're looking to adopt a new animal, bring a new member to your family, dog, cat, maybe even other sometimes, but mainly dogs and cats. Both of them house a lot of animals that are in need of companionship and safe and loving homes. And definitely give consideration to older animals that have been there for a while. I know there's a lot of appeal, and I understand with puppies and kittens, but older animals need love in homes too.
We got Riley when she was a puppy, but I will say we've had just growing up, we've had older dogs, and they're so calm and sweet and gentle, and that's one thing that I really enjoy as somebody that's more laid back. Having a pet that's just calmer and more easygoing. It seems like senior pets are definitely more that way. Now, I know sometimes they require more health care, they have more health care needs, but I just love their personalities.
Yeah, so there's a lot to consider, a lot of different factors on the age of the pet that you bring into your family, depending on you as an individual and the rest of your family. So energy levels are something to keep in mind, health issues. So there's a lot of factors to take in, but just definitely give a chance to all animals regardless of their age, because you never know who might be the perfect new addition to your family. So now we're going to go talk to some of our colleagues here at the library and ask them about their pets and see if they're a cat person or a dog person. Which do you think is going to win in our little impromptu poll?
Seeing how this is a library, there's a big stereotype that says librarians love cats, so I feel like cats are going to win.
All right, so we didn't make it 10 feet without running into our first colleague here. We have Kim. Hi, Kim.
Hello, Paul. Aubrey.
We want to ask you about pets. Will you tell us about any pets that you have in your home?
Well, in my home, I have 4 dogs. And outside, we have a barn cat. And she comes up every once in a while and sits on the porch and antagonizes our 4 dogs. And I actually live on a farm, so I have cows and turkeys and chickens and guineas, and I have 3 peacocks.
I don't think we're going to find anyone with more of a menagerie than Kim here. So it sounds like if you had to choose between being a dog person and cat person, you'd pick dog.
Definitely dog person. Number 1, I'm allergic. Number 2, it's just easier to leave them outside because then they're good for the mice and other rodents we have pull up in the yards.
All right. Well, thanks, Kim. Let's go see who else we can find. All right. The next person we've run into is our podcasting co-host and founder, Greg. Greg, do you have any pets that you would like to share with us?
Hello, Library Beat. I do not have any pets right now. I grew up with my parents having pets, and I had a little cat that I took in, but it ran away, and it broke my heart so bad that I cannot have any more pets.
All right, buzzkill. Okay, well, Greg, does that mean you would consider yourself a cat person?
No.
So you're a dog person?
I prefer dogs. I do like dogs, and I like bunnies.
Ooh. All right, moving on. Now we're going over to the children's department to see who we can petster there.
Good one, Paul. We found Brooke over in the children's department, and we have a really important question for you. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'm a both person. I like cats and dogs. I lean harder towards dogs, but I do love cats, and I have both.
Oh, so how many pets do you have?
I have 2 dogs and 1 cat.
And if you had to pick a favorite child, who would it be?
Well, one of my dogs, but the other one is my password baby, you know? So, you know, like you have that one animal that's all your passwords, you know?
Which one is it? And also, when's your birthday?
I'm not going to tell you.
And we also ran into Brittany while we're over here. Brittany, same question to you. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I am a dog person all the way.
So you have dogs right now?
I have 2.
What are their names?
I've got Scooby and EB. That's short for Ethel Binks.
Do you have any other pets?
We have a hamster named Marshmallow. She's a mess.
Is Marshmallow spayed or neutered? Because you can get a spay or neuter voucher here at the library. I don't know if they'll redeem it for hamsters. We also have Brett. Brett, are you a dog person or a cat person?
Based on what I have in my home, I'd have to say cat person. I grew up a dog person, though.
And do you have any other pets?
Oh, boy. We have a ferret by the name of Jinkies, and we have 3 rats named Soup, Salad, and Breadsticks.
Most creative names yet.
Oh, thank you. The cat we call Cat, but
Least creative name yet.
well, technically her name is Ellipsis, but she answers to Cat.
And everybody's over here in the children's department today, also known as CATS, Children and Teen Services. So you would think the entire children's department would be cat people, but that doesn't seem to be the case yet. So Jill, how about you? Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Neither.
Neither? Then what are you?
Anti-animal person. Although I have a cat and 2 dogs.
Do they know that you're anti them?
Yes, they know that, but they also don't care because they still come over and bother me all the time.
And next up we have over here in the cats department still, Cat. No relation. Cat, are you a cat person or a dog person?
I am more of a cat person and a chicken person.
Ooh, well, are you a cat person because your name's Cat?
I've been a cat person my whole life.
Ooh, so do you have chickens as well?
I do have 5 of them.
Okay. And do you have any other pets at the moment?
I have a dog named Justice. She's a German Shepherd Husky mix. She's super sweet.
Yes, I have a German Shepherd too. Is your German Shepherd really stubborn and doesn't like to listen to you?
It depends. If she really wants to go, have the zoomies and run around, she doesn't want to come back. But other than that, she's pretty well behaved and super smart.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, Cat and the rest of the cats department. So as we're leaving the cats department over here, I do want to point out that they have tons of books for kids to check out for pets, for kids that might be new or interested pet owners about dogs and cats and all the other animals. It seems like this is a great introduction to the nonfiction section that a lot of kids get interested in. So we have Brooke back. Do you have a few words you'd like to share about that?
Yeah, if a parent is saying, well, you can get a pet, but you have to be a good pet owner, these books will teach you how to be a good pet owner. They'll teach you more about your animals so you understand them better. So yeah, we've got lots of books, and it's not just dogs and cat books, but we also have gerbil books and rat books and turtle books and things like that. Books about maybe a goldfish or something like that.
And that is over here in the nonfiction section. Number is 636.7 in the Dewey Decimal System.
Right. And if you need help finding anything, you can always ask one of us.
Well, thanks, Brooke. So we came out here to Animal Services, and Josh was nice enough to give us a tour behind the scenes and see all the dogs and cats they currently are housing at the moment. So Josh, thanks for the tour, and could you share with us just a quick overview of what you guys do out here at Animal Services?
Yes, this is Officer Joshua Crom. Basically, we service the whole county of Garland, both the city of Hot Springs as well as all 4 corners of the county. We get called out daily on all types of animal calls, whether it be strays, vicious animals, your common cat that's bothering, the neighbor. But we also get called out on livestock and things like that as well. We have 37 kennels for decent-sized dogs, and then we have a puppy room and a smaller cat room. We stay at capacity every day, and so what we would like is more people to come out that have a heart to either donate to get some of these animals out or get an animal themselves. So if anybody has any experience with animals, whether they do or they don't, coming out and getting an animal, you make a best friend for life, and you give them a second chance at life. So that's all we ask for.
Excellent. And Officer Crom, what is the adoption structure like, or the adoption process?
So basically, if you are a Garland County resident, you just provide your ID, $55 for cats, $75 for dogs. Every now and then we have like a 2-for-1 sale, Halloween specials, Father's Day, Mother's Day specials. Come out with your ID so that we can verify your address. You can get one adopted. It'll come with a spay or neuter, depending on if it's male or female. That's included a 1-year rabies vax, as well as a microchip. All of that is included for the $75 or the $55.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing all that information. And if anybody wants to come out and adopt an animal or donate or contribute in any other way, how can they reach out?
They can reach us at 319 Davidson Drive, Hot Springs, Arkansas, or 501-262-2091. Something that I forgot to mention, our microchips are $20. We've been on the news 2 or 3 times over the microchip situation. There's been people that have had their animals missing from like Florida that they had it microchipped. When we put it in our system, it pinged them in Florida, said, hey, Hot Springs Animal Services has your dog. And we've actually met them halfway. Our coordinator, Faith Wetzler, she went to Florida for vacation, reunited this gentleman with his husky. And so that made the news. We're constantly getting animals from Alaska, Colorado, Arizona, all over the place. And so that $20 microchip, that isn't a GPS tracker, but it will make sure that if a shelter or a vet ends up collecting the dog somehow, once they put it in the system, they'll alert you like, hey, your cat's been found. Please make contact with them at this address, and they can be reunited. So it's well worth the $20, 100%.
Yeah, for $20 to find the missing member of your family, absolutely, perfectly worth it.
Absolutely.
All right, so one last question for you that's been a theme of this whole episode, and I understand if you can't answer and pick sides, but are you a dog person or a cat person?
So I'm a dog person. I married a cat person. So now we have our 150-pound Greater Swiss Mountain, and then we have 3 cats. So, and one's 20 pounds, the other one's like 15, and then a little 3-pound male. But those are my wife's deal. I still have my Rocky. I'm up here on the wall. We donate, or we have everybody that signs the wall here. So these are the ones I've adopted from here. And, I'm definitely a dog person, but I have more cats than I have dogs right now. So.
All right. Well, Officer Crom, thank you for your time, and listeners, come check out Animal Services.
All right. Thank you.
We just wrapped up our visit at the animal shelter, and we are heading back to the library, but there are some super cute animals in there that I will definitely be thinking about the rest of the day.
Yes, I'm looking forward to going home and seeing my own little fur baby.
Absolutely. Riley probably needs some snuggles today.
So I don't think we came to a decision on if more people were dog people or cat people, but listeners, let us know which one you are, and definitely check out all of the resources we have at the library. We have lots of books for new or existing pet owners to check out. We have the Spay and Neuter vouchers, and our partners over at Animal Services and the Humane Society have lots of animals that could be a new addition to your family that are looking for a new forever home.
Thank you for listening.